By some flaw in time, he ended up being transported to our era. His name is Brisalious, a lover of philosophy.
The last descent. The truth is, you're drowning. Not in water, but in something far worse. An ocean of foolish opinions. An endless deluge of empty certainties, spewed by people who mistake a megaphone for a diploma. The promise I'm making you today isn't a life jacket. It's a map. An ancient map, drawn by men who faced collapsing empires and deadly plagues, to teach you how to navigate this swamp of arrogant stupidity. But here's the warning. This map won't lead you to a safe harbor. It will lead you to a mirror. And what you see there, you might not like one bit. Let's be honest. You bought the ergonomic chair. You optimized your morning routine. You use apps to meditate and manage tasks. Your coffee is freshly ground and your water is pH balanced. You've done everything the productivity gurus told you to. And yet, at the end of the day, you feel drained, depleted. It's not the work. It's not the spreadsheets or the Zoom meetings. It's the invisible cost of living in the age of the unnegotiable opinion. It's your brother-in-law, who after watching 3 YouTube videos is now a geopolitical expert explaining how the global economy works over Sunday lunch. It's your boss, who implements a new disruptive synergy philosophy she read about on a pamphlet at the airport. It's the anonymous stranger on the internet telling you you're morally deficient for preferring pepperoni pizza over 4 cheese. Each of these interactions is a small cut, a micro-assault on your sanity. You smile, you nod. Interesting, you say, but inside a part of your soul is screaming. Because it's not the ignorance that offends you. Ignorant people can learn. What corrodes you is the arrogance. The armor of self-importance that makes these people immune to reason, to logic, to reality itself. They're not just wrong, they're proud of being wrong. They wear their own foolishness like a badge of honor. And you're just there, trapped, forced to participate in the theater. And every time you politely applaud, a piece of your integrity dies. You feel your life, your one and precious life, being spent not on creating, building, or loving, but on managing the stupidity of others. It's an unpaid second job, and the salary is your peace of mind. Do you feel that pressure in your chest? That exhaustion? It's the weight of 1,000 idiotic opinions you've been forced to swallow. Now I want you to stop and think. What is the most arrogantly foolish opinion you've ever had to listen to in silence, just to keep the peace? Describe the scene, the character, the sentence that almost made you explode. Leave it in the comments below. Let's turn this comment section into a collective confessional for the besieged sane. By doing this, you're not just venting, you're taking the first step. And you'll realize that the prison isn't the walls they build around you. The problem is the lock you carry on the inside. So you've left your comment. You've read a few others. It's comforting, isn't it? To see you're not alone in this open-air asylum. But comfort is a dangerous drug. It soothes the symptom, but ignores the disease. The disease isn't your know-it-all brother-in-law, or your corporate-speak boss, or the keyboard warrior. They are just the background noise. The real problem, the source of your exhaustion, is your secret belief that you have the power and perhaps even the duty to correct them. This is the turning point, the moment the mirror finally comes into focus. Their arrogance infuriates you so much because it triggers a mirrored arrogance within you, the vanity of the man who knows. You hear the foolishness and your brain screams, "That's wrong! I know the right answer. I must intervene." And in that exact moment, you hand the keys to your inner peace to the most incompetent person in the room. You become a willing prisoner in the cell of someone else's stupidity. You think you're fighting for truth and logic, but most of the time, you're just fighting for your ego, fighting to have your worldview validated. The arrogant fool doesn't want the truth. He wants an audience. And when you engage, when you get angry, when you spend your mental energy rehearsing comebacks you'll never deliver, you are giving him exactly what he wants. What controls you lives inside you. Repeat that. It's not his opinion that harms you, it's your judgment of his opinion. It's your reaction. It's your need to control the uncontrollable, another person's mind. This isn't cheap self-help psychology. This is a truth forged in fire 2,000 years ago. Let's talk about a man named Epictetus. He was born a slave. His master, on a whim, broke his leg. He lived with chronic pain for the rest of his life. He was exiled from Rome. He had every reason in the world to be bitter, to feel like a victim. Yet he became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers in history. And his central idea was brutally simple: the dichotomy of control. He taught that the universe is divided into two parts: things we can control and things we cannot. You cannot control if your boss is an idiot. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control if it rains on your wedding day. But you have absolute 100% sovereignty over one single thing: how you choose to respond to those facts. Your mind, your judgment. Your relative's foolish opinion falls firmly into the things I cannot control category. Your emotional reaction, your rising anger, your decision to enter a pointless debate, that's yours. And every time you allow something external to dictate your internal response, Epictetus said, you become a slave. Think about it. You, with your high-speed internet and your guaranteed rights, feel enslaved by a Facebook comment. Epictetus, a literal slave with a broken leg, found freedom within his own mind. That puts things in perspective, doesn't it? The question then is not, how do I shut up the fools? The real question is, how do I forge a mind so strong that their foolishness becomes as irrelevant as the buzz of a mosquito? Because peace is not the absence of noise. It's the ability to not be disturbed by it. If you want more truths that modern culture refuses to face, subscribe. We're just starting to dig. Understanding Epictetus's dichotomy of control is the first step. But as you've already noticed, knowing and doing are different universes. It's easy to be a Stoic in theory. The challenge is being one in traffic, in a homeowners association meeting, at the Christmas dinner table. This is where we need an emperor. Marcus Aurelius. This was not a philosopher in an ivory tower. This was the most powerful man in the world, dealing with war on the frontier, a plague that wiped out millions, and betrayal from within his own circle. His anxieties weren't about a passive-aggressive email. They were about the fate of Rome. And what did he do to stay sane? He wrote to himself. And what he wrote became the book Meditations. One of his most powerful practices was what we now call premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. He would start his day like this, and I paraphrase, open quote, "Today I will meet with people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, and envious. They are like this because of their ignorance of good and evil. But I, who have seen the nature of the good and the evil, cannot be harmed by any of them, for no one can involve me in what is disgraceful." Close quote. This isn't pessimism, it's preparation. It's a mental vaccine. Instead of hoping the world will be reasonable and getting frustrated when it's not, you anticipate the foolishness. You expect it. And when it arrives, instead of anger, you feel recognition. Ah, there it is, right on schedule. So let's make this practical. 3 disciplines to apply today. First, the premeditation of folly. Before you open your email, log on to social media, or go to that family gathering, stop for 10 seconds. Tell yourself, I'm going to encounter arrogant and misinformed opinions, and that is okay. They have no power over my inner peace. Close quote. You defuse the bomb before it can go off. Second, the control filter. When you hear that absurd opinion, visualize that circle from Epictetus. Ask yourself, is this person's opinion inside my circle of control? The answer is always no. Is my decision to engage or remain calm inside my circle? The answer is always yes. Focus your energy only on what is yours. Let the rest burn on its own.